I don't know. I don't remember the rest of it. Welcome. Welcome one, welcome all. Welcome back to a Franke Hildebrandt roast fest. I'm trying to get all the comments to fit on the screen. Let's see what we can do here. It's very important. There's lots of interesting comments that seem to be popping up all over the place. I have to shrink my big old moon head over here. Well, everyone, welcome back to another installment. This is part 5 of the Jodi Hildebrandt / Ruby Franke / Kevin Franke Snarkfest. Please catch up on the previous 4 installments if you haven't already. We are just going through the Connexions coaching Instagram. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know how my levels are, darlings, because I need to somehow watch the chat. I'll try it. Oh, hello, my friends. Hello, the dude. Hello, Kai Ocean. Howdy, Laura. Oh, a bunch of my friends are here. You're all my friends. Are you guys ready? Do I need to give a trigger alert? What do we think? Howdy, Lisa. Lady Lisa. Kai. Oh, hey, wanted to ask you, did you see a short video with Ruby and Kevin? Yes, that is in one of my videos, actually. Yeah, if you go back... See, I need to bookmark all of these. I need to go back and bookmark. But yeah, I think it might have been episode 3 when Kevin talks about that. Thank you guys for the levels advice. We don't know how terrible it will sound once I start playing the videos, so let me know. I am going to recap with the last video that we played, which is from February 26th, 2022, of old Kevbo. Before Connexions, Kevin placed a lot of meaning around money, sex, and his career. Connexions training helped him answer the question, why? It helped him take a long, hard look in the mirror, and now every aspect of his life has been changed. Probably because Jodi ruined his life. FYI. What exactly are the things that... Oh my god, these comments. These are way before... Yikes. These are way before the arrests. Okay, that's snarky. Calling these people out. I mean, I enjoy these comments. So he's finally spending time with his kids instead of working out in the gym all the time? 84 weeks ago. 28 likes. No. Someone's been listening since the arrests. All right, let's listen to this video by Kevin Franke, February 26th, 2022. This was the video that I played at the end of part 4. Let's continue.
I'll just start by saying this. You know, I've become really skeptical of anything in life that promises quick results or results in anything without any pain or, you know, get rich quick, lose weight fast.
I distrust things that don't involve pain.
And just pay the money, you know, stuff like that. Anything that...
Yeah, anything that doesn't involve total torture.
Would try to sell that angle to me, I've become really, really skeptical of in life, because I've come to realize...
I feel bad for Kevin, honestly.
If change truly is warranted, it's going to require work. There's going to be pain involved. There's going to... The
feeling I have about Kevin right now is that, like, the entire world is going to judge him rightfully. And he probably is judging himself rightfully right now. Hopefully. hopefully, fingers crossed. But I don't know. I heard some things. That I can't talk about about like his lawyer and stuff. That just I just don't know yet. We don't know, and now the judge, I believe, said that all of the child custody trial details will be sealed, which I think is a good decision. But yeah, in the meantime, we're going to keep watching these freaks.
It's going to require sacrifice. And that's consistent with what God tells us and teaches us in the scriptures, time and time and time again. Connections, I came to realize that the principles that are taught here in the community that supports one another and holds each other accountable. This isn't a money community.
I love that sign too.
This isn't a sex addiction community.
And
this isn't
opened up my mind.
This is a community and
I was in distortion.
Who are dedicated and
Kai, I can't. One day maybe I can.
In truth, to live as close to God and keeping the commandments as possible. And so, as far as
you guys have to tell me when the video is repeating itself because I can't.
It all stems from
He's just saying the same words that mean nothing.
I was being irresponsible with how I viewed myself.
I think it is true that probably Kevin Franke hated himself, was trained to hate himself. That is Jodi's MO.
Have value in this world.
From what I can tell.
I assigned all of that to these
But this involves his children. That's why it's a little different from like
if I have the right job,
the Adam Steed story. I have a little bit more empathy for Adam Steed.
All these evidences.
Just a bit.
And so I just walked around my life trying to control all of those evidences so that people would think a certain way about me. And I guarantee.
Laura, as far as I know, I just want to pause this so I can clarify. As far as I know, the two oldest children are, hi, LWLW, welcome. Yep, I have seen evidence of that. Hey, Candace, good to see you. Welcome back. Oh my God. Candace is currently driving or passing somehow through purgatory, and give them a big wave. Give old Ruby and Jodi a nice big wave from all the hamsters. Give her a big old bird. Jeez, that's crazy. I love that it's called purgatory. I love that they're in purgatory. Jodi and Franke. I keep thinking of that, like J.D. Salinger, like Franny and Zoe. It's like Jodi and Franke. I don't know. That's my brain. I need to disconnect those things. But yeah, Ruby and Jodi are in purgatory right now. Candace is driving by them. She's giving them the bird, hopefully. We should like send them a big sign so they can see it out of their little windows in their cells that says, what did the sign say that triggered Jodi? I don't, something like, I don't, like, you don't matter, give up or something.
Either that statement.
Oh, Laura, sorry, ADD, big time ADD over here, by the way, folks. If you get sick of me, speed up my language, speed up my words, put me in double time, because I tend to sort of ramble. I'm a rambling ham because I have adult onset ADHD or something, and the medicine helps, but only so much. And there's a shortage of it right now. So their children, the Franke children. The oldest daughter is in college. I believe right now that the two oldest daughters are with, as far as I know, with Sherry, with the oldest daughter. even though they wanted to stay with Pam Bodger, who they apparently were forced to do housework for during their homeschooling, quote unquote. Sounds like a great school. So there was Sherry. Chad, we don't know exactly where he is. There has been talk that he originally moved out with his dad when Kevin was kicked out by, the crazies. And there is also a rumor that Chad is in college right now. So hopefully, he's doing okay. Hopefully everybody is okay. And the two youngest children, unfortunately, we don't quite know the status of them as far as I know. They are definitely safe. The last I heard is that they were in the custody of the state, and that they would have to be separated because of the allegations that Ruby put against her little boy who escaped out of that window at Jodi's house. So hopefully those children are together. Hopefully they aren't being separated. We don't know as of this moment, I believe. So I hope they're okay. I mean, I hope they're able to be with each other. I think as much as I have my doubts about letting the children be back in the custody of any of the Frankies, I don't know. I think they all need to heal a lot and they all need to be in a lot of therapy. And I think it would be best, honestly, if the kids, in my opinion, if the kids could all be together, maybe not with their parents, but I hope the kids can all be together during this time.
Drives the entire world. Like if I walk into a bookstore today and I go over to like the most popular self-help books, right? Everything is
hopefully LW.
Make money fast. Here's how you can turn a
I hope
profit in 30
Chad is
days.
shacking up with a
all
girlfriend.
These things. And all of this is external based on, hey, oh, awesome. If I do that, then I'll be able to feel like I have value. If I do that, then I'll be able to control what everyone thinks about me. And what
the hell is he even talking about?
Connections did for me was it challenged me to put all of
ruined
that
my
garbage
life
away.
Yeah, like caring about my children. Put that away. Just put it away.
Look at
just
what
focus on
my motives
Think
were.
about yourself.
Why was I pursuing this? Why was I placing so much value on money?
Why are you not placing value on your children?
Why was I placing so much value on my title?
Maybe it's your upbringing. Maybe it's the culture you're in. Maybe it's the people you're around. I don't know.
And I didn't want to face that question. I didn't want to answer
you are now.
Why. Because
oh my God, I can't get out of this window.
I had to get really, really vulnerable and deep with myself. And come to look at myself squarely in the mirror. And I didn't want to do that.
You clearly didn't.
Was painful.
I literally can't get out of this post. Here. Whew. Yikes. Holy shnikes. Kevin just froze up my whole screen. Ah! Look out. I think they just ruin everything. That's why my screen literally freezes. Let's see. Oh boy. See, we haven't even gotten into this part yet. I think that video was a good indication that we're at the tail end of old Kevin. It looks like that's the last Kevin I've seen. We did show this video. I'm not going to show it again. Did we see this? Oh God.
People who are watching, you may have somebody across from you who's like Tori's husband.
Oh, here we go.
Who's very abusive.
March 4th, 2022.
Or someone who is garden variety controlling, which is, controlling is anything that's in distortion. They may not be overtly aggressive, and you don't know how to stand in truth across from that person. So that's not about that person. If Tori were to be able to tell you her story, she would say to you, it wasn't about him. It was about me. I'm the one that needed to learn who I am and what my rights were. And when I say rights, I don't mean like I have a right to do whatever I want. I don't mean like that. Rights mean responsibilities.
No, of course not.
What are my responsibilities? You're
not allowed to have any rights or happiness
on the planet. and what I am responsible for as far as being a mother, being a woman, being a spouse.
Thank you, Kai. You are right. It was
these roles that I have. What's my responsibility with this?
Is that where we were? Yep, it was the folded dollar. Thank you, Kai. Good memory. It was the folded dollar bill and old Kevy. Now we have to listen to this again.
I'm very aware that people who are watching,
I'm sorry.
You may have somebody across from you who's like Tori's husband has been, who's very abusive, very aggressive.
No, I'm not going to listen to this. We have a lot more to go, so don't worry. Sympathy and empathy are not interchangeable. Sympathy is an expression of pity or sorrow for the distress of another person. It requires no emotional risk or vulnerability. Empathy requires you to be present in the experience with the other person, which means you will feel the emotions of the experience and be affected. Okay, so in my opinion, it sounds like the lesbian sex cult might be really ramping up around here. Because
help me understand why
Franke
you're reacting.
Is gone.
I'm not reacting. Like, okay, that right there. Help me understand that tone right there. What is that tone? Where's that tone coming from? And it will always come because they're afraid.
Why are you reacting, Jodi? Why are you reacting?
And I have incredible compassion for all of us.
Why are you mad?
Because most of us walk around just terrified. But we live in so much denial that we don't sense the terror. We don't sense the fear. And it's like, why am I terrified? Well, I'm terrified because those root fears are sitting underneath saying, you're not enough, you're not loved, you're not wanted, you're not important. And distortion is sitting there lying to you. Because
that
your
sounds
value,
like BS.
You're all children of God. I'm a child of God, and you are divinity. That's who you are. That's who you are. And it can never be taken from you. Help me understand why you're reacting. I'm not reacting. Like, okay, that right there. Help me understand that tone right there. What is that tone? Where's that tone coming from?
Oh, wow. Look
and
at this
it will always
comment.
come because they're afraid. They're afraid. And I have incredible compassion.
Let me read this. So this woman, I'm sorry, I don't mean to like publicize their names, but they did post this publicly. She was basically commenting 82 weeks ago that she really liked Connections. It helped her. And this person said, with current events in consideration, coupled with your education, and I'm assuming vow of ethics, do you still feel this way? Genuinely curious. This was 4 weeks ago. And this person responded, like everyone else, I'm absolutely heartbroken by this whole thing. I knew Jodi a very long time ago, and she helped me to restore a self that I had largely lost. It was life-changing for me, and yet clearly I only knew one side of her. When I came across this post a couple years ago, I had no idea the extreme direction she had taken. After my comment a couple of years ago. What? Oh, maybe she saw it originally a couple of years ago because she commented on it less than a year ago. When I came across this post a couple of years ago, I had no idea the extreme direction she had taken. After my comment, she invited me to Moms of Truth Facebook group, and I was extremely disappointed and concerned by what I saw there. Rigid, toxic, shaming, heartless. So I left that group immediately. I guess I believe at some point Jodi did some good in the world. She has obviously also done a ton of harm now that everything is coming out. I don't know, the whole thing has been devastating to me, to learn the demonic actions of someone I held in such high regard. Very, very sad. I'm going into distortion. Okay, it's time for our... This looks fun. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is March 28th, 2022. Are you all ready?
We made it. We did. Whew.
mountain range behind you? Do you feel like you climb up those mountain ranges every day in your life? Or with your kids, it's like, oh my goodness, I have to do the same routine over and over. Well, we're here to invite you to our Facebook page called Moms in Truth. And we want to help you understand that instead of chasing your kids all over the place, you need to learn what's called
You need to love all over your lady friends.
Principles of truth.
That's right. Become the mom of solid ground.
Go.
Oh, that was a funny one. I love those. They're so freaking horrible.
The truth is,
Uh-oh.
you cannot, in truth,
Ooh, is an emotional connection an affair if it doesn't involve sex? You can tell Jodi's really interested in this. Is an emotional flirting connection with another person considered to be an affair or unfaithfulness if it doesn't involve sexual intimacy? Your take, babes? Okay, let's hear what she has to say.
do this. You can feel close to the opposite sex, or you can feel close to anyone. And if it's in truth, because you're not having a motive of trying to get something from them, then yes, you can have perceptions that say, oh, I really like this person. I like being around this person. And I have feelings. I feel close to them. I feel safe with them. And then my actions, if I'm going to be in truth, will be that I have boundaries. I do not cross boundaries. I don't cross boundaries in myself. So if I'm feeling like I want to flirt, that is me crossing a boundary with myself and them, because I'm not available. I've already chosen to be with this person. So me flirting with another person is a lie. It's not honest. It's not responsible. The truth is,
No, Joe, do you think
you cannot, in truth, do this? You can feel close to the opposite sex, or you can feel close to anyone.
Do you think she's, I don't know. Do you think she's like asexual, or do you think she's like, do you think, okay, here's Hot Ham going on a Hot Ham tangent. Just a thought. What if, based off of what we've heard from like Adam Steed and Jodi Hildebrandt, her niece, about things that happened, 15 years ago and beyond. What? It's like, I feel like Jodi is trying to make some sort of like angry female army cult. Like a weird, she's very, very Keith Raniere. I'm sorry, like, in my opinion, she's so NXIVM. I think she's a complete narcissist and masochist. But it's different from like Keith Raniere because he loved himself so much. And she is obsessed with how much she like hates herself and like and everything about sex and everything about humanity. And it's like this shame-based cult for women's empowerment. I don't know. I'm a rambling ham.
Impeccable honesty is a principle of connection.
Is more nonsense.
If you want connection, you must be honest, responsible, and humble. So what is impeccable honesty? It means that you are
genuinely make me nauseous
in your honesty. It means that you have the highest of standards.
77 weeks ago.
You say what you know and what you believe to be accurate.
Wow,
as far
look
as
at
you
these.
Understand, and you don't omit, you don't rationalize, you don't minimize, you don't justify, you don't do any of those denial strategies. You say what you know to be honestly
People knew what was up.
For the information
It's really funny.
If you know that you're going to get additional information, or you find out additional information and you didn't have it prior, that's fine. You just say, I didn't know that before. But when I did talk to you, this is what I knew. And that was exactly the truth. So if you want connection, be impeccably honest, rigorously responsible, and vulnerably humble.
Got it.
Impeccable honesty is a principle of connection.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Daddy puppies. Oh, jeez. Oh, speaking of narcissists. Wow, Jodi. This is an example here of self-awareness, apparently. Uh, Why is it so difficult to have a relationship with a narcissist? Narcissists can be extremely aggressive and destructive because they are so emotionally shut down. They lack the ability to empathize or see others' pain. They never give or risk any emotion in relationships out of fear of rejection. There is no way to respond accurately and appropriately to someone who will not be honest and clear about their perceptions and emotions. So this should be the cover of her book. By the way, I got her book in the mail today, and it is terrible looking. I'm really excited to use it in my next campfire.
Your job.
Oh, here we go. Here's when old Bluebee started blabbing on connexions. Oh, feeling pressure to provide a perfect Easter? Nope, said no one. Oh, God. I'm gonna I can't read all these comments. I think a lot of them are probably worth reading. I'll scroll through them during the video.
Mother is to prepare your child to be self-governing so that when you're no longer in the picture, when they become an adult, they can manage themselves. Your responsibility is not to provide a magical childhood. Your responsibility is not to provide Easter.
Don't worry.
You are responsible.
We're getting rid of all responsibilities for you, folks.
To love God and truth. Your job as a mother is to prepare your child.
That means nothing. Oh, here we go.
So there are three core principles: honesty, responsibility, and humility. And people will say, okay, out of every principle you teach, what's the most important? And they're all important.
Wait. Hold the phone. This comment 68 weeks ago. Are you allowed to use a filter, or is that distortion? Queen.
I always tell people is go after responsibility because it's tangible. It's something that you can quantify. You can see it with your eyes. And here are the things that you're responsible for. You're responsible for your thoughts, which are your perceptions. You're responsible for your emotions, which are your feelings. Perceptions create emotion. And then you're responsible for how you choose to behave or act out those perceptions and that emotion. You're responsible for all three of those things: your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. And so that's something that you can actually wrap your hands around and say, oh, I can see it. All principles have the same weight and importance, but responsibility is something that you can see and you can immediately start working on right now. So there are three core principles: honesty, responsibility, and humility. And people will say, okay, out of every principle you teach, what's the most important? And they're all important. But the thing that I always tell people is go after responsibility because it's tangible. It's something that you can quantify.
Sorry, I was trying to pull up a chat window so I can read the chat while I'm watching these. Oh, Lord. They should, Lisa. I want them to be I would love for them to be like Jodi and Jodi. Thelma and Louise. Thelma and Louise. Very different women. Can they be sentenced to the end of Thelma and Louise? Can that be their sentencing? Okay. Sorry about that. This is distortion. I love these trolls from 68 weeks ago. Okay.
One way to know if your child is managing what is on their plates is to ask, is my child showing up cheerful? Is my child showing up responsible?
Is my child having too much fun?
If I ask her her to do something.
Is my child
hey,
too
could you wash
happy?
up the dishes for me? Hey, would you mind taking out the garbage? Are they available to say, yeah, sure, Or are they pushing back? I don't have time. I can't do that. That tells you they're not managing, because someone who's managing has time and space and motive for serving those around them. When a child is not willing to show up cheerful and helpful around the house, that gives you a clue, mom, dad, that they're making life all about them. They are getting really, really selfish, and it's time to pull back and limit what it is that they are involved in.
Yikes.
One way to know
well,
if your
a lot of
child is
people seem to have
managing
different
what is
opinions
on their plates is to ask, is my child showing up cheerful?
This is nonsense.
Is my child showing up responsible?
We're getting into distortion. Oh, this looks cute. This looks like a fun watch. Joy Creator Course. Your teen is facing a culture that doesn't provide a clear path. Helps you pretend that masturbation is actually an addiction, so that you hate yourself forever and can never have a meaningful relationship with yourself or your spouse. Sign up here for $20,000 a minute. Nope. Thank you. It sounds great. I'm really excited. Oh, interfaith.
Is it possible for a family to live inside the same household and have different denominations and still be in truth? Or is it possible to live inside a household and have no religion and still be in truth? And the answer is
no.
Absolutely. Principles of truth
really?
do not
Tell us,
belong to
Ruby.
a
Tell us
religion.
how.
Just as principles of that govern our physical world don't belong to science. I am governed every day.
Laura, my kid, Hot Ham Jr. is sick. No, she's not even. She's kind of sick. She had like a cold, and I kept her home yesterday, and she went to school today. She's in kindergarten, by the way. And I, in truth, ended up helping her / doing her homework tonight because she felt really bad and her nose was running so bad. And I wrote at the top of her homework that she did it with help. So that's my truth. I'm sure Ruby would, slap me on the ham with that.
By gravity and by momentum, mass, force.
Me too, Lisa. The connections. It's the connections X is almost like it's like did Jodi do that on purpose? Like all of your friends will be ex-friends after you join this cult. Yay, including your family and your children. It'll be great. Enjoy.
And yet it doesn't matter if I believe in science or not. I'm still subject to the laws of force.
I'm still subject to having to do all my dishes tonight.
Laws of nature that you and I are governed by.
Oh yeah.
And likewise,
we have kindergarten homework over here. It's very cute homework though. It's like color in all the pictures that start with the letter N, or like find something in your house to bring in tomorrow that starts with the letter B. I was able to handle it, thankfully.
Her relationships and my relationships are all governed in principles of truth, whether we're religious or not. Is it possible for a family to live inside the same household and have different denominations and still be in truth? Or is it possible to live inside a household and have no religion and still be in truth?
I can tell you it is.
And the answer is absolutely. Principles of truth.
This lady, and all those jump cuts are so confusing. I can't tell when they're starting a new video. It's like, here's me saying the same thing this way. Here's me saying the same thing again. Here's me, jump cut. Here's me saying that, are we in truth if we live in humility, in distortion? Are we of interfaith? Did the AI make these people? Are they real?
Principle that supports
I hope they're not. I hope they are the AI.
Or creates connection is the principle of being humble. What does humble mean? It means teachable.
LW. I forgot about that.
It means open. It means willing. It means curious. It means understanding. It means thoughtful. And when I say thoughtful, it doesn't mean kind thoughtful.
No politics, please.
It is inviting
But I'm not
you
gonna yell at you.
to gather as much information as possible without making judgments.
She
yet.
kind of looks like him, doesn't she?
You gather information. You're humble. You're saying, I'm willing to hear you. I want to understand where you're coming from.
I'm willing to hear you too, lady, but it's hard.
Then inside
It's really hard to
humble,
listen to
gathered all
you.
the data, then you assess for the truth. And when you can take those principles and use them in truth, you will have the fruits which are called connection. Another principle that supports.
For real, LW, I was thinking the same thing. Like, she's probably never met any minority ever. Like, did you hear that thing about the cellmate, that Ruby's cellmate came out in like Daily Mail UK and said that she was like comforting her cellmates, convinced that she was withdrawing from drugs, and she was like mothering her? Oddly, that didn't seem odd to me. That actually sounded very possible, but I don't know if it's true. But to me, it's quite within the realm of possibility. Choice is the antidote to distorted thoughts. Yes, you're right, Jodi. The choice to not join your freaking cult. God, there's all these people that are like asking them questions. Ooh, TikTok time. Here we go.
Okay,
Getting
so
into the
here's what's
big
going on.
current events. Here's
Julie
what's going on.
is in a PE class over at the middle school.
You guys, it's time. It's time for the report, the real world report. The real world report coming from you live here on Connexions Coaching with your friend, Ruby Franke, and her stupid blazer sitting in her weird 8 passengers minivan. Are you guys ready to hear about her daughter taking a PE class where her teacher is using TikTok dances with the students? Sorry, I'm trying to do Ruby's weird accent that's like kind of Southern Utah and also sounds like she might have been drinking most of the day. I doubt that she was, but maybe she was. Maybe that's her excuse. I hope.
And for PE, this teacher is doing dance. The teacher is going to have all
God
of the
forbid.
students in her class, which includes Julie, do a TikTok dance for the school to like interrupt their lunch, like a surprise dance to everybody. And I said, a TikTok dance?
A surprise dance. That's what they're called.
What are the dance moves? And she's like, well, in the real dance, they're kind of naughty, but she said just to do something different there. And I said, what do you mean? She says, well, some of the girls still twerk. I said, okay. What song? So you hear me asking
What
questions.
song? What song? So, you know who Ruby reminds me of is a 5-year-old. She reminds me of lots of 5-year-olds that I know who are vindictive towards their peers, who like enjoy, competing with their peers, enjoy being better than their peers, enjoy having power over their peers. It's like she never got out of that 5-year-old zone. That's just hot ham being,
I'm
crazy.
getting curious with her. I said,
I'm
what
getting
songs
curious.
are in this?
Hot
And
ham
she told
getting
me,
curious.
she told me one of the songs, and I looked it up to look up the lyrics. It is straight up hardcore porn. Straight up. And I was reading the lyrics quietly to myself as I was scrolling. I just typed in the name of the song and I said lyrics of. And Julie said, well, the teacher said that because
Hardcore
they're only
porn.
using part of the song that doesn't say all of those bad things, then it's okay. Well, the stanza, there is no good stanza in that
It's not
song.
that
It's
deep,
all
LOL.
lustful. It's all
Cookies comments.
suggestive. It's all seductive. It's all perverse. And do you see the problem that you've got a school now that's endorsing
It's
a
not that
song,
deep.
and all these girls are doing this Twitter to this song, and they're gonna go to the internet to look up the rest of the song.
Yeah, you're
And
right.
it's like, well, my teacher
LW.
says the song's okay.
I'm just saying, like, when 5-year-olds get in a bad, she's
nowhere
like when
in here was
5-year-olds
the
are in a
school
bad mood, you know.
Or the teacher being protective of these children's innocence.
Like when
No
5-year-olds
one
are
was
in
trying
distortion.
to look out for what was best for these kids.
I'm sorry.
This teacher is being
It's not
very
funny, I
selfish
know,
because
but
she wants
it's the only
to
way I
be
can tolerate
hip,
this content.
up to date, cool, doing TikTok, entertaining the school. She wants to be liked by the
I
teens.
just want to be
These
liked
are 12
by
and
all these
13-year-old
teens.
girls. She is taking from them. It's very selfish. And
It's
so
very
I'm
much
going
the
to be going
childhood
into
that
the school.
you never had, Ruby.
And I don't have an
Methinks.
appointment. I just found out about this yesterday. So I'll sit in
Oh,
the
boy.
office until I'm seen.
Oh, she's got her
So I went
Skechers
in
on.
and talked to the assistant
Skechers
principal.
time.
He
Oh,
says, okay, I will meet
fast
with
forward.
the principal.
Jump
And
cut.
I said, will you get back with me? Yes, I will get back with you. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy you came in.
Do you want to write my name and phone number down? Oh,
Sarah.
Yeah, that. Let me get a notebook. Follow me in here, and I'm gonna grab a notebook. So we were in a conference room, so then I followed him
Yeah,
into his
Sarah, I don't
office.
think she
And he
does
grabbed
see
the
that
notebook and he
problem.
wrote down my name, and then he wrote down my daughter's name, and then under that he wrote down TikTok. And I said, do you want to write down the name of the song? He said, oh yeah, yes, that would be helpful. What is the name of the song?
Yeah, Ruby and Jodi. I love how mad Ruby is that she can't see Jodi. And I bet Jodi is like totally getting off on that. Sorry, I
So I
didn't
gave
say
him the
that.
name of the song. And then I gave him the name of the
Sorry,
artist.
not sorry.
And he's like, okay, thank you so much. I said, do you want my phone number? Oh, yeah. I'm like, you have no intention of following through with me, do you? I didn't say that. But the fact that I was hand-holding him, telling him what he needed in order to follow through with me tells me he was not upset. There was no enmity for what was going on in the school. He thought it was fine.
Enmity?
So he wrote my phone number down and shook my hand. Thank you again for meeting with me. I'm so glad you came in. I said, yeah, of course. When will you follow through with me? When can I expect a phone call from you? I'll get to you by late morning.
Oh, it was Florida.
I said by late
Laura.
morning. So that's, I'm
Wasn't
assuming
it?
before lunch.
I don't know the name of the song,
Before
but it was
noon.
Florida.
Yeah, I'll get back to you before noon. I said, good. I look forward to hearing
It was
from
like
you.
a really old
All right,
song.
update. It's late at night now, and I am.
She's
going to
freaking
hit
out.
the
Look,
sack.
she's
I'm
still
gonna go to
freaking
bed.
out.
Um,
Oh, I haven't
the vice
seen this.
principal never did call me. I do have an appointment to go meet with the principal in 2 days, so stick around for part 2 to
Oh,
find out
God.
what the principal
find
is going
out.
to say. I have no idea. I hope that she is as shocked
No idea,
and
really?
incensed as I am.
Oh, yeah, I'm
right.
sure.
I'll keep you up to date.
Thank
Bye.
you. I'm really excited to hear.
Okay,
Can't
so-
wait. Let's hear it. The next. This is interesting. Do your children listen to you?
It's Saturday morning. It's time to put this away.
is
We're
an
gonna
ad,
go get our
clearly.
chores done. Abby, I have been calling you for an hour. Abby.
Huh? Are you talking to me?
Yikes. I don't want to show pictures of the kids. I'm gonna have to like.
Julie, I have asked you to do your laundry for days, and it's still here. How come you're not listening to me?
Come on, put your pencils
Did you
away.
see that
It'll
face?
be really fun. Maybe we'll get a treat after all of our work is done. Come on. Time to go.
Dwight. come
If
on
I
down
talk to my
upstairs.
daughter like that, my daughter would be like, "Do
See,
you need to go to the
at least
hospital,
dog
Mom?"
listens. Oh, look how good my dog is.
They're probably
Does any
so.
of this sound like your home?
They're
You
probably
ask
so
the kids
used
do
to their
something
mom
and they
being
don't listen?
insane.
Why aren't they
They're like,
listening?
"Oh,
What
maybe we can
principles
get our
need to be in
homework done
play? What is it that is falling short
If we
in
let
your
Mom
home
make a weird
while your
video."
kids aren't listening? Join us for our live couples conference this Saturday.
Yeah, these poor children. I'm sorry.
It's Saturday morning. It's time to put this away. We're
That's
going to go
Eve.
get our chores done.
I'm sorry. Yep, those are the victims. Uh-oh. 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 She mad. She breaking out in a little rash. She's got an anger rash.
I am so
I'm
upset.
so upset.
So
I'm so
I could scream.
angry and scream.
So I went in and I had an appointment with the principal, and she had the assistant principal who never responded to me like he said he would. And then
I hope Jodi made her
there's two assistant
big
principals, so there was three
bucket
of us.
of
She invited
canned
me in.
Frito pie slop after
sat
this
down.
ordeal.
And she said, oh, my head. I'm probably shaking all over the place with the video. Let's see if I can steady you.
I need to buy a new pair of Ron DeSantis boots. Who said that last time about the Ron DeSantis boots?
So she said, you know, what can I help you with today? And I said, I have a concern about the TikTok dances. And she said,
you are an idiot.
She said in the fall semester and in the spring semester, we need to have a performance. A flash mob is a great way to get it in. It's efficient. The kids love it. They have fun with it.
Seriously.
And
Sarah
they
Hunter.
are able to check off their
I bet she calmed her down with some
for
milk
their
duds.
grade. I said, my problem is the choice of songs.
And
she says, well, all the songs were approved by me.
I'm wearing my
The
sad
teacher put
sweater
together a list
today.
of songs and she gave them to me and I approved them. And I said,
That's right, LW.
okay.
You are
so
listening
you
to a
approved
certified mental
this
fitness
song
coach, and it ain't me.
that has all of these lyrics in it. And she says, well, we're not singing, we're not dancing to those
Lisa.
lyrics. It's just a portion. And she says, I think it's really great because I actually really like it because Smiths used it in their commercial. It's part of pop culture. It's all over the place. And I said, so your standard, what you allow in your school is pop culture? What the kids really like and what shows up in commercials? That's your standard? Yes,
because it's the
that's
reality.
If it's agreeable to the public at large, then it's okay in the school. And I said, that's really disappointing. That is so disappointing.
It's so disappointing that cults aren't allowed in schools.
I would hope that the principal where my kids go to school, that the standard would be truth. That the standard would be principles.
No,
that the standard would be
I'm really happy
morality.
that my child's school
And she says, well, what's moral
teaches
for you
in distortion.
isn't going to be moral for other parents. You know, you're complaining about this song, but I've got 30 other parents that just think it's wonderful. And I said,
They just think it's wonderful.
It's
They just think it's
according
wonderful.
to God. I said, I think if you put those lyrics out and told each parent
my
what
neighbors
that song
must
is, I
think
think
I am
100% of parents would
insane.
agree that that's immoral. And she goes, well, yes, I agree. It's immoral too. But I'm only using this section. I said, do you hear the compartmentalizing? Do you hear that you're taking this immoral song and you're saying, but I'm going to take this section? And I said, even the section that's there is still seductive
hardcore
and lustful.
porn.
I said, a 12-year-old, 13-year-old
Florida.
may not realize it, but you and I as women know that that's seductive.
I hope she's getting some
And I'm
porn these
looking at the
days.
assistant principal, who's a man, and he's
Do
just
they have
got
porn
his
in
head
prison?
down like this. And I'm like, you know what? I can see you're not open to hearing my feedback.
Yeah, I heard
And she
Ruby
says, well,
didn't wear
you know,
her wedding
if Julie
ring a
wants to
lot.
get out of the class,
In her videos,
I'm totally fine
even
making
the old
adjustments.
ones.
Whatever would make Julie feel comfortable, I'm open to doing. I will. If she
Probably
doesn't
because
want to
she's a
participate, that's fine. And I said,
narcissistic 5-year-old.
you're missing the whole point of why I'm here. I am not here for anyone's
Tell us,
comfort,
Ruby. Oh,
including my daughter's. I'm not here to make her comfortable.
yeah, I'm here
Of
to
course she
ruin
can
her
move
life,
classes,
clearly.
not because you said so, but because I said so. I'm the parent.
Jeez.
And
YouTube.
I am here
Oh, by the way,
to
I just hit
invite you to
500
see
subscribers.
you, the
Thanks,
principal, who are
guys.
supposed to be bringing
Be sure to
morality
like it.
and supposed to be
YouTube
a
won't like it.
standard, who have these precious children. You are not protecting them. You are not
Oh,
protecting
yikes.
them. You are introducing them
And you
to
are projecting them.
the world. And you're saying it's okay.
You, my dear lady, are projecting. Yeah, just get mad at the principal about your own crimes.
I was very strong and sober, but now I am crying.
Oh, wow.
And I said, in the end, you're not going to answer to those 30 parents who think this is a good idea. And you're not going to answer to me.
You're going to answer to the Jonester. You're going to answer to my queen.
For what you brought into the school and exposed these children to. And she said, yeah, I will, and I'm fine with it. I am 100% fine with what I've chosen. I'm like, that's sick. I said, that's sick. And I looked over. At the assistant principal, who's a man, he's got his head down like this. He won't make eye contact with me. And
welcome, folks. If you're still here,
she couldn't have been more than 25
God bless you.
She was just young girl.
No, you must have really hated her if she was young.
Her face was just full of pain. I felt like she heard what I was saying, but she wasn't in a position to. I don't think she'd ever seen anyone hold her principal accountable.
Ruby needed all the
Xanax. Ever gone in and held that principal accountable. She is evil.
I think a lot of people were not surprised when she got arrested, honestly.
Come straight at her and tell her how evil this is. And she said, you could
crazy.
go in and you could go in, of course not today. And she's talking with a smile on her face like this. Like, you could go in and listen to the class, of course not today. Today wouldn't work.
Yeah,
but you could come in. We
I
could
work
set it
at a
up for
school.
next week or after spring break. Why don't we do that? Would you like that?
Schools are careful about who they allow
I'd probably
into
be fine with
classrooms,
everything I
especially
see.
nut jobs like this woman.
The problem
even if they
is
are parents.
You are not reading between the lines. Those girls are going home and they're looking up the rest of the lyrics to these songs you're hooking them into. They're
here we go.
dancing to the song. They've got it in their head and they want to know the rest of it. And they're looking it up. You're okay with them looking up the rest of the lyrics?
I'm sorry, I had to pause there because it's just so funny thinking of like these these teenagers. What is this? This is high school, right? Yeah, high school. Googling a Flo Rida song from like 2000 or something. I don't even know. It's an old ass song.
To this song?
Oh my God, they're gonna find out the lyrics.
You're okay with that.
You're a bad person. You're
and I
bad.
Said, you're okay with these girls going home and the parents who aren't numb like you are, the parents who are awake,
the parents who aren't letting their children watch the MTV.
They're telling their kids, this is a nasty platform. And she goes, oh, I know, I agree. I don't like any social media. And I'm like, then why do you have it? Why not
Ruby would have been way better off if she had watched MTV.
You can. And she's like, well, everything has got nasty. And I said, that's not true. There is so much good in dance. There is so much good in music. You don't have to stoop
I haven't
to
heard this
pop
part.
Culture level to entertain your children. You're not interested in teaching them. You're interested in entertaining them.
You keep away that entertainment television.
Anyway, I said,
keep away
you're not seeing that these
creative
parents, the ones who are awake, who are telling their kids, you've got to stay away from these platforms, that they now, you've given them ammo to say, well, my principal thinks it's great.
Ammo.
My dance teacher thinks it's wonderful.
Great that the children are enjoying themselves.
Superseding your authority to bring this in and to endorse this. And how compartmentalized are you? You're rationalizing. You yourself say you don't like TikTok, and yet you think it's wonderful to teach these kids.
Is this replaying? Can someone tell me?
But it's okay for 12-year-old girls. This is disgusting.
I think it is,
it's
right?
Inexcusable.
Can't tell. There's been a lot of outrage. I'm triggered by outraged
I
Ruby.
stood up and I said, I'm
going to call Karen's Rubies.
I can see that you're not open to hearing me. I can see that you don't care. And
yeah, I really don't.
If I'm going to
care
raise
about
my
you
children
getting help,
with
lady.
people looking out for them, I will have to do it myself. I cannot count on those teachers.
This is when she started homeschooling, I think.
To look out
maybe
for my kids.
May 16th, 2022.
Oh, this is so upsetting. I suspected that I would be minimized,
that's probably,
but I had no idea how
she probably pulled him out of school. That's right. She pulled him out of school
and
so they could be maids for, like, free labor for Pam Balditcher.
And you guys, I don't live in, like,
Ruby the Balditcher.
a real crazy city. I live
Kimberly
in,
Hacker.
like,
hey, welcome back.
a quaint conservative
Yeah.
little
She's just a little old quaint
city
conservative, that's all.
where people think they're safe.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think she hasn't ended this rant, which is insane.
Okay. Well,
well, are we done here?
I'm sorry to give you this update, and I'm telling you, if you're not watching out for
not excused.
For your kids, and if your kids are not talking to you, you're missing
Lisa,
so
how
much.
many times a day does she fake cry? Probably
and in the
like
end,
100. It must be exhausting.
Each of us will account to God for how we protected kids.
Oh, the irony.
Big companies who say they love kids are not looking out for kids. Principals who say they're looking out for your kids, they're not looking out for your kids.
Oh, shit. Yeah, Kai, I hope Sherry does. I hope Sherry...
Everyone is
Sherry is
concerned about
really
popularity.
doing good.
They're more
from what I've
concerned about
seen
engaging children
so
and
far.
catching their attention. They're interested in money. They're interested in contracts. They're not interested.
Oh, you mean all the
in
stuff
morality.
that you forced them into while they were growing up?
It breaks my heart. And then you get
Howdy,
a mom
cicada.
who is awake, who's looking, and
Yeah.
you put
I
her
think
in
she's
a room
very ill
full of
and
administration.
has a lot of trauma and ran into the wrong lady, the wrong therapist.
They're all numb, and you're the one
The wrong
awake.
cult
and
leader.
You're the one who's animated. You're the one who's talking. You're the one who's getting big. And so you, as the mom,
We'll
start to
all account to God for love.
think maybe you're crazy. And I know enough better. I know better now.
I know enough
I'm
better.
not crazy. And
Well,
that's why I'm sharing
you need
this,
to
because if
know
you
yourself
as the
better
parent
because you
go in
are
and start
crazy.
standing up for what's being taught in your kids' schools, if you're not solid and if you don't have a support system, you're gonna be framed to look like you're
Well,
crazy and overbearing.
Good thing she's solid in
Just-
that
just be-
support
just be
system,
ready for
just
that.
saying.
And the truth is,
Yikes.
everyone has their own agendas now, and kids are not in that agenda. All right.
Yeah.
I hope that this community grows and that we will truly, truly love God and truly love morals and truly watch
love
out for our children.
Oh, Lord, that was long.
I am.
Well, we got through that. Wasn't that fun? Oh, shit, it's not. Whoa. There were a lot of comments on there. I can't scroll through.
So I want to give you an update.
Look at shit. Ooh, I gotta take a whiz, guys. Enjoy this. I will be listening and I will be in the chat. This looks like a live one. Let's hear it.
The first video I did explained the issue of what was going on with TikTok being taught in the schools, the dances, the songs, and then making it a requirement that the kids do this dance. And then the second video was me going in to talk to the principal. And I honestly was hoping that by me bringing up a concern, a parent being upset about what was being taught would bring pause or cause her to think maybe we could change the songs, or maybe we don't need to do TikTok, but we could do something else. And it was met with a lot of defensiveness, and it was really upsetting. And so this is the third video, and I'll give you a bit of an update. So when I was in the meeting with the the principal, I asked her, I said, who approved the list of songs? And she said, I did. And I said, I would like to know what that list of songs is. And she's like, okay, well, I can send them to you. So I got home after that meeting and I responded, or I sent her an email and I said, would you please send me the list of songs so that I know what they are. So this dance that the kids were doing was a compilation. It was a collection of several songs where a stanza was taken out of these songs and then put together in this new compilation. And she said, so here's her response to me. She said, oh, there is no list. You'll need to come in and listen to the compilation. You'll just have to hear it yourself. So right there, the principal is being dishonest with me because in the meeting she said, oh, I approved the list. Well, there was never a list. Why did she agree to send me an email of the list when there wasn't a list? And now she's asking me to come back into the school yet again. So I made another appointment and I went into the school, sat down with this time the principal, the 2 assistants, as well as the dance instructor. And she said, I have the compilation here. So I got out my phone and recorded the compilation so I could take it home and have Siri help me figure out what the list of songs is. So can you see all the hoops the principal is making me go through in order to get what I'm asking for? I'm asking what songs are being taught to my kid at school. And she's saying, well, you have to come into the school to hear the compilation. And I'm not gonna put a list together even though I told you there was a list. You're going to need to do it yourself. So I'm at home trying to figure out, I found an app that will tell you, like, listen to the song and then break down the songs for you. So of course I'm doing the legwork. And so then I contact the district and I said, I have a concern, here's what's going on. These songs are being taught to these 12, 13-year-old girls and they're sexualized material and it's a grooming ground. No one should be able to go to my kid at school and say, here's a song I want you to listen to and then dance to. My kid can't even go and see Pigs and Horses without a permission slip signed by me. My kid can't even go across the street and take a tour of their local grocery store without me signing a waiver saying, yes, I'm okay with my child doing this. My kid can't even take advanced math without me signing, yes, I'm giving permission for my child to take advanced math. Yet you can show my kid TikTok dances and have them swing their bodies to these salacious songs, and you don't even need to get my permission. Not only that, but then I go into the school and say no, and you're saying, I'm sorry, this isn't gonna work. You'll need to come into the district. So they had me fill out all this paperwork before I can go in. So I got the paperwork filled out and now I'm finally getting to meet with someone at the district. He sent me an email, said you can meet with me tomorrow at 9. I responded, I said, great, I'll be there at 9. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, so an update. We just got out of the meeting with the district and I think it went really well.
Yeah, it did.
I think it went
Better
really
than
well.
I thought it would.
Yeah, and I feel like he really heard us and my eyes were open to a few things as well. And I shared with him, I said, my concern is that a whole layer of concerns, but one of them was you cannot take a song and then split it up and say,
I was
well,
really
this part of
hoping
the
that
song's okay for the kids. I said, what if there was a song that was racist? What if there was a song that had the N-word
got my
in it?
headphones mixed up.
And then the teacher just said, well, we're going to use the part of the song that doesn't have that. And he started shaking his head. He said, no, that would not be acceptable. That would not be okay. And I said,
I'm in distortion. I had to pee and I went into distortion. I'm sorry, everyone. Was she talking about pigs? Yeah, LW. I'm really glad that she is in jail. And I honestly think she does need a lot of help. both like from being deprogrammed by Jodi first and foremost, but then being like going into some very intense therapy for years, I would hope. Oh God. Ooh, get curious. Get curious. Get bi-curious, perhaps. Maybe you should get bi-curious. Oh. And we wondered about Kevin. We wondered about Kevin confronting that school board, and here we go. Let's hear it, Kevin. Let's hear it.
Thank you.
Oh my God. I haven't heard this. I've heard about this, but I have not heard it. So good night, Laura. Thank you for joining us. Love you. You crack me up. All right, let me read this description. I'm in description. After sharing our concerns with the district about TikTok and explicit music being endorsed at my daughter's school, my husband Kevin spoke to the school board. So clearly, we're at May 23rd, 2022. So clearly, this is right around the time when old Kevy got kicked out. Howdy, Tabitha Jane. Love you. Don't you get too deep in that distortion. Nope. So she's taken over, like she's literally posting on Connections Coaching at this point because she is speaking in the first person for the first time. This is clearly a big turning point for Connections, is this TikTok drama. We urged our school board to evaluate their policies. God. Regarding the use of explicit music used in school dance curriculums, to inform parents of all music being used in official school classes and activities, and to investigate how the principal of our school handled this situation. The decision is in the hands of the school board now. I like this response. LMFA. Oh, I'm gonna like that. I'm trying not to engage with this Instagram at all, but I had to engage with that one. I feel sorry for everyone who had to listen to that. Oh, look at this. We have someone in agreement. Oh, Lord, look at this. Why did you quit vlogging? They got canceled. Because they got called out and wouldn't take accountability. They got canceled. Well, I have a feeling YouTube took 8 passengers down because of all the obnoxious reports. Anywho.
Members of the board
and hang on, let me make sure this is broadcasting in mono, because of course it will have terrible sound quality. Because old Ruby recorded it. Okay, this should be broadcasting in mono, so that's good. Otherwise it just sounds like
parents for these few minutes. My name
the sweet sound of nothingness rather than Kevin and Frankie.
Engineering at BYU. I'm a proud father of 6.
Hey dude, hey Grant, love you. So glad you're listening.
Since 2007. I wish it was under better and happier circumstances that I approach you this evening. This past term, my 13-year-old daughter, who's a student at registered for a dance PE class. She was shocked to learn.
Let me refresh this.
That the entire.
Tell me if you can hear this one better.
Thank you, members of the board and fellow parents, for these few minutes. My name is Dr. Kevin Franke. I'm a professor of civil engineering at BYU. I'm
Kevin
a father
Franke.
of 6 wonderful children.
Civil engineering.
And I have been a resident of since 2007. I wish it was under better and happier circumstances that I approach you this evening. This past term, my 13-year-old daughter, who's a student at registered for a dance PE class. She was shocked to learn that the entire curriculum for the class was focused on replicating viral dance videos from the social media platform TikTok. The same problematic social media platform that hosts challenges, encourages racism.
The same...
encourages students to...
A different social media platform from the one that you and your wife made millions of dollars on by broadcasting and exploiting your own children.
Vandalize school property, harm themselves, commit violence at school, and hypersexualize themselves through dance and explicit music. In April, the teacher prepared the class for a flash mob dance that mimicked a viral dance compilation to explicit music. When my wife learned about this, she took it upon herself to approach the administration.
Tabitha, I might have to watch
with the
that
principal and the assistant principals of the school to express her concerns and demand that the activity be modified or rescinded. The principal was minimizing, smug, defensive, and deflective of the issues raised by my...
That's really interesting, actually, Tabitha. I wonder if Jodi was a big fan of Handmaid's Tale. Just like our friend Brian Koberger. Maybe they went to the same book signing of Margaret Atwood. Sorry, had to.
Wife, which were that the school was endorsing a graded activity using the questionable platform TikTok and dancing to pornographic music without parental notice or consent, thus exposing students to music that celebrates the prostitution and sexual demeaning of women. The principal lied that she had personally approved the list of songs because we later learned there was no list of songs. She couldn't even tell us the names of the songs when we requested them.
Could it be?
The principal also lied by stating that the TikTok flash mob was already part of the approved district curriculum. We learned later from district officials that there was no approved dance curriculum for the middle school from the district. How is it, members of the board, that my child can't attend a field trip to a dairy farm to pet
Look at these brave souls.
Without a signed parental consent?
Look at that one person with their hand in
the 12 and 13-year-old daughters are expected, without parental consent or permission, to dance to music with lyrics like, quote,
"Here we go.
Sexual, she was flexible, professional, hold up, wait a minute, do I see what I think whoa, work that pole, I got the bankroll. I must say I prefer the no clothes. I'm into that, I like women exposed. Sorry, but I had to fold her like a pornography poster. She showed her," end quote. It gets worse. As a concerned parent and a concerned citizen, I present this experience to the board with 3 simple requests.
There you go,
1,
Tabitha.
please consider new policy that schools in this district will never endorse the use of the platform TikTok for official school activities. 2, please consider new
Do you think this
policy
dude's asleep?
that school administrators will notify parents ahead of time of all music to be played as part of dances.
Do you think he's listening to the Flow Rider song? Do you think that guy right there is just like, he's got his earbud in and he's listening to Flow Rider?
Portion of any song
he's dancing in his head.
Explicit lyrics be allowed for an activity. And finally, please investigate the manner in which Principal childishly and dishonestly handled the concerns brought to her by my wife. Her judgment in approving such explicit music for this activity and the use of the TikTok platform is extremely concerning and should not be overlooked, minimized, or dismissed.
God bless him. You're so welcome, Kev B. Please leave my world now.
Fellow parents,
wait, I need to
these few minutes. My name is Dr. Kevin Franke.
Doctor.
I'm a professor of civil engineering
no.
at BYU. I'm a proud father of 6 wonderful children. And
did that thing where I went back in time.
Since 2007. I wish it was under better and happier circumstances.
Got stuck in the internet stream. We have to go back to the reels now. To the real wheels. How many minutes do I have left in me for distortion? Ooh, look at that. Look at old Ron DeSantis boots up there. Ooh, we got more grocery shopping together. Oh, I can't wait. The best is yet to come, folks. Oh, the boating. Oh, these are some of my favorites. We're getting there. The Real Problem in Our Society by Jodi Hildebrandt, May 27th, 2022.
We as the people of our world, wherever you may live, it is time for us to wake
I don't know what your
up,
world is, Jodi.
and I'm saying that with a lot of sincerity and a ton of compassion, to wake up and stop living
You guys,
in a numb, disconnected
you guys are awesome.
state.
You guys are so funny. Thank you.
When people want to point to the weapon that people used as the problem for why people are using it, they are numb. They are disconnected.
Could
the
it be
issue
distortion?
is the disconnect inside of the person.
Blah, blah, blah.
And these are kids. And people are saying, why is it that these children are doing this? And the answer is that they are numb.
Oh, no.
The thing that is so dangerous is a human who walks around with a soul
hidden.
that is in a trance. And when you are disconnected and you're numb, you have anger, you have hurt, you have fear, you have resentment, you have feelings of being entitled, you have these kind of perceptions inside you, and you may not even know you have them, but you do, which is then causing you to
Has the video
from
restarted
empathy,
yet? Can someone tell me?
from concern,
Can't
from
hear what
being
she's saying
sincere,
ever.
from feeling and showing love to another
It
person.
just sounds like
My heart is
buckets of
broken.
canned
I've shed
slop.
tears for these families. I can't even imagine waking up the next day and realizing that your loved one is gone.
I don't know what she's talking about. Yeah, that's right, Tabitha. She plays golf, she plays basketball, tennis. She loves to climb rugged dirt piles in her backyard wearing tiny shorts and flip-flops in the winter, and she loves taking videos of her disgusting scratched up legs afterwards and being like, I need some Mexican food for Thanksgiving.
We have the
sorry.
dead walking.
We do. This shit gets weirder and weirder, folks. Wait. These people are amazing. Okay. You're talking about yourself. Not sure about it. It's something to do with distortion. What a way to say we need to work on mental health care with that. What? Okay, let's listen.
Us. They're adults, they're children, they're teens. They are spiritually dead before they ever act out. This shooter was spiritually dead. That's how he's disconnected. And I'm not talking religion. When I say spiritually dead, I don't.
No.
What I'm
Are
not
we talking
saying
about?
Is, oh, he didn't go to church. That is not what I'm talking about. I am talking about your emotions, your thoughts, the spirit inside of you.
Didn't.
That's what I'm talking about. When that is alive, you are connected.
She's talking about the Texas school shooting.
For people. And when you're disconnected, you're dead inside. And you have aggression toward either yourself, and that's where suicide comes in, or self-harm, or you have aggression
Ruby,
for
you're
others.
saying all the words.
And that's where
it's not me.
Manipulating others, and then all the way to the extreme of killing others. We have the dead walking among us.
They have
they're
trauma
adults, they're
much
children,
like
they're teens. They are spiritually dead.
they are people
before
with
they
parents
ever act out.
like you. That's who those people are. Those people are parents like you. In my opinion. Thanks for the gummy. It was a zombie. I just said gummy alert. Gummy alert over here for sure, but zombie alert 100%. Distortion alert. I just hope none of us are going to purgatory, because that's where Jodi and Ruby are right now. And our friend Candace just drove right past it and gave him the bird, I hope. So that's cool.
People are constantly saying, like, Jodi, I know the principles in my head, but how do I like activate them and live them and participate in them?
By wearing
this is
shorts.
A beautiful opportunity for you to come down to Southern Utah and let us model for you how to live in truth. It'll be 2 days of coaching. So 2 days.
2 days of no moisturizer.
And 2 days coaching when you're on the boat with us. There's 3 activities. And you're welcome to all 3 if you'd like. There's the hike first that'll be in July.
A boat? Oh shit, we're getting Scientology over here. I'm getting some Scientology vibes if she's into boats. Jodi on a boat. Invite me onto my boat. I'm going to talk to you all about what lovely women you are and how you don't need your husbands and your children's have ruined your life. Your children's have ruined your lives.
And then there'll be the boating trip, which will be in August. And then we'll have the women's retreat in October, the end of October.
My favorite.
Love to spend some time with you and get to know you on a more intimate basis and teach you
Ladies
actually how
time.
to use your agency.
Hey, Amy in Boston.
As you move
Welcome back.
Normally and fluid through life. People are constantly saying, like,
fluid.
I know
fluid through life. Ooh. No, thank you. Oh, fluid through life is followed by this fun little video. I like the music. Oh, see, this follows what Jodi Hildebrandt was saying. If any of you listened to the Jodi Hildebrandt interview, her niece, who was abused by Jodi like 15 years ago or more, they said that Jodi one time remarked to them that, like, oh, well, you know, it wouldn't be wrong or a sin if I, like, were sexually involved with one of my lady friends because there would be a real connection there. And Jesse was apparently like thinking that's what being gay is, Jodi. Like, yikes. I was hoping there was some snark there. There's a little snark there. I see that one. These comments are just getting me. Principals heal. Well, clearly not school principals.
I want to.
Happy Pride.
Just share.
Happy Pride Month. She reminds me of Amber Heard. These comments, and these are all really old. What a psychopath. Touch the real world. People like this need their children taken away. Thank you. Most of these comments are from before they were arrested, folks. Like 90%. Maybe this is why Jodi... I really wish I could find the video of Jodi yelling at everybody to give her better Google reviews. It was my favorite. I don't think it's on here, though. I think she put it on, like, their YouTube. We'll see, though. I really want to find that one where she's like, give us... It's very simple. All you have to do is go on Google and sign in and give us a 5-star review. All we have are 1-star reviews. It was a really moving video.
If you are here because you see the chaos that's going on in the world, if you see that our children are being attacked, if you see that truth is being attacked, if you see that God's being attacked, if you see that people are engaging in lascivious and lewd and destructive and violent and aggressive and entitled and selfish behaviors.
Ooh. What are you on about now, as that person said?
Doing that and live in truth. You cannot do that and live in truth. I love you as a sister.
Yeah, LW.
I don't know your face, but you're a child of God, and therefore you
Tabitha, they totally did.
And if you are living in distortion,
they were definitely like,
get out. Get out of it.
Mud wrestling in shorts only.
If you're doing your very best to live in truth, then learn more. I mean, we're all
shorts.
learning more. I'm learning more every day.
I wear flip-flops in the winter.
Because you see the chaos that's going on in the world.
I just love getting my legs all scratched by the mountain. How can you trust someone? This looks really good. I think she's holding onto a stool. So that looks great.
Think of each of these legs as a pillar of support.
Video is extremely ironic. These comments. Good grief, get a life. The 3 legs should be love of mom, dad. Sorry, I just, these comments are so old and everybody got it.
And one is honesty, one is responsibility, and one is humility. Then you have safety. You can stand on this and it's really sturdy. You can sit on this, it's really sturdy. It's going to hold the weight of a relationship.
Why is she wearing a lobster shirt?
You have trust. You can build trust.
Lisa, she does have huge fingers, probably to protect her from the brutal winters, because she doesn't like work gloves.
And with a long pattern of safety.
I'm not kidding.
These legs as
Jodi doesn't like work gloves. She like got mad at Ruby for letting her kids wear work gloves while they were being forced into slave labor. I'm sorry.
Why do people separate? And is separation a good thing or a bad thing?
It's only good if they join a lesbian sex cult
people who have separated,
where we make canned nachos and
why
weird
didn't they just get divorced?
milk dud.
Why is it that they're willing to take time away
banana
from
bread?
So whether it is a spouse dynamic,
and we have no furniture in our gigantic mausoleum houses.
It's a friendship dynamic. Separation is a principle of truth and can be done either in truth or it can be done in distortion.
It can be done either if you want to be my lesbian lover or if you are going to hell.
And
basically,
separation is a necessary thing
for you to not go to hell, so that you can be with me forever in my lesbian sex cult. Merry Christmas. Tabitha, I'm so glad you joined in. I think we're here. We're at the boat video. I'm so ready. We're in the home stretch. We still got some of the best to watch. And when I say the best, I mean the worst. So, oh my God, I just realized Jodi has my microphone. Oh no. No, mine is older. Sorry.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to spend the day with Jodi?
So what exactly
Wait. It's been an hour and a half, you guys. I haven't eaten anything and it's 10:15 where I am. I'm really enjoying myself. I love you guys. I'm cracking up. Thank you for helping me get through this torturous crap. I just need to watch this one, and we need to really absorb this one. I might have to watch it twice. This just looks like a real winner. Buckle up. I have to reload it.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to spend the day with Jodi?
Every goddamn day, lady.
Is this a whatchamacallit? Distortion in aisle 10. Who gee what's it? I'm alarmed. Look at all the lust. And what in the world is a tootsie? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Unbelievable. Is this truthful? This is just not acceptable. There's just no truth in this aisle. Actually, this is full of distortion. I don't even know what that means. Whatchamacallit? Lust. 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 Unbelievable.
Well, here's your chance to spend 2 days with Jodi and myself in an intimate setting.
You guys, I'm freaking out. I've never seen this. I only saw that tiny clip of the boat. What the hell was that? What are they? What are they? They think they're like a little. They think they're Lucy and Ethel. They're like. They think they're like. Yeah, they're like lesbian sex cult Lucy and Ethel. There it is. That's what it is.
Getting all of your genuine questions and concerns answered. Come spend 2 days with us in
Getting all their
Utah,
genuine
hiking,
concerns
jet
answered.
skiing, engaging in training sessions, and one-on-one coaching. Or spend 2 days with us in Lake Havasu enjoying training sessions, one-on-one coaching, good food, and boating. Go deeper, quicker with this life-on-life training where you will be spending all day and evening with Jodi and myself getting the help that you need. Go home with the tools that you've been wanting to create.
No joke. Anybody who attended one of these Lake Havasu weekends with Jodi and Ruby, hit me up. My email is djhotham@gmail.com. Please contact me urgently. I really need to speak with you.
Create this peaceful life for yourself. Also, don't forget we have a women's retreat coming up in October. Get it on your calendar.
Hey! Hey! Let me in!
Is someone running circles around you in your life? Jodi's running circles around me. She says it's all gonna be good. She wouldn't throw Pam off. She'll throw me though. Huh?
Was that part of the ride?
You were flying your body all over that thing.
I kept on thinking your legs were your arms because I couldn't tell what part of your body was up and what was down.
I mean, my legs, they were doing their own thing.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to spend the day with Jodi?
Listen to this again, carefully.
What exactly is this? A whatchamacallit? Distortion in aisle 10. Who's the what's it? I'm alarmed. Look at all the lust. And what in the world is a tootsie? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Unbelievable. Is this truthful? This is just not acceptable. There's just no truth in this aisle. Actually, this is full of distortion. I don't even know what that means. Whatchamacallit? Lust. 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 Unbelievable.
Well, here's your chance to spend 2 days with Jodi and myself in an intimate setting, getting all of your genuine questions and concerns answered. Come spend 2 days with us in southern Utah, hiking, jet skiing, engaging in training sessions, and one-on-one coaching. Or spend 2 days with us in Lake Havasu enjoying training sessions, one-on-one coaching, good food, and boating. Go deeper, quicker with this life-on-life training where you will be spending all day and evening with Jodi and myself getting the help that you need. Go home with the tools that you've been wanting to create this peaceful life for yourself. Also, don't forget we have a women's retreat coming up in October. Get it on your calendar.
Hey! Hey! Let me in!
Is someone running circles around you in your life? Jodi's running circles around me. She says it's all gonna be good. She wouldn't throw Pam off. She'll throw me though. Huh?
Was that part of the ride?
You were flying your body all over that thing.
I kept on thinking your legs were your arms because I couldn't tell what part of your body was up and what was down.
I mean, my legs, they were doing their own thing.
Okay, guys. Yes, Kai, that's my face. The eyes and the mouth are me. That was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Sorry, I'm not going to even comment on that because it was funny. That's all there is to it. I don't think there could be a better way to sign off from this live. So I I hope everyone rewatches this because it's really important. I thank you all. This has been another educational, wonderful time with all of my hamsters. I appreciate you all very much. Thank you for living in your truths and for sharing my truth with me, which is that this is some weird shit. It's really entertaining to go through all of it, despite the circumstances, which are horrific. But I think people like this need to be exposed in all their weirdness. So that's our goal over here at Hot Ham Radio. I'm going to go eat something. I love you all. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you all soon for this next horrifying... Oh, don't worry. We don't have to bookmark it. We'll just remember it's that horrifying... that horrifying boot video. All right, everybody. Treat yourselves well. Have a great night. And treat your children even better. Beep, 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 beep. Bye.